So today we are going to try and factor a triangle. Not one. This is called the guess and check method because quite literally a lot of it is guessing and checking. So again, this method is nice because it keeps all of your numbers small, right? You don't multiply the numbers to get these big, huge numbers that can very easily get out of control. When you are in later courses in your math career, Algebra 3, Pre-Calc, you need to be good at factoring. And this is going to be your method of choice, okay? So we're going to start off with a pretty easy one here. So 6x squared plus 23x plus 7. Okay? Now, last week, A was 1. We just found factors of C that added up to be B, and we were pretty much done. Well, this isn't the case anymore. The idea is still the same. I still want to break this up into two binomials such that when I multiply them together, I get right back here. All right? So think about it. What I had last week was I had two binomials, and they both started with an x because x times x got me x squared. But this time, I need the two of them to multiply together to get me 6x squared. Well, we have options now, right? So what some people like to do is create t's. So they make like a t, and then they put all the factor pairs on each side. So I could either multiply 1 and 6 together or 2 and 3. But those are all the factor pairs of 6, right? There's no other ones. I'm either going to multiply a 1 and a 6 together or a 2 and a 3. I don't know. Lucky for us, when I make the t for 7, there's only one pair of numbers that multiply to get you 7, isn't there? 1 and 7. So this shouldn't be that bad. It gets more difficult when you have more pairs of numbers, but this isn't too bad. Okay? So here's what I need. I need either this pair with this set or this pair with this set to somehow multiply together to get me to 23. So what we can do is, let's see. We're making it right now. You said the bottom? Yeah, take a look. If you can, so we're trying to play around with the numbers. 1 and 6 with 1 and 7. I want to try and get to 23 using multiplication. One of these numbers with one of these numbers. And then adding the two together. But I can't ever get there. But if you look at this set, 2 and 3 and 1 and 7. Check this out. Can't I do 3 times 7? What's that? 21. And then 2 times 1. Won't that get me to 23? Yeah. So that's going to be the pair that I want. So these numbers have to go in the first spots. I'll show you in a second. Right. So these two numbers go in the first spots. A 3 there, and a 2 there, and a 3 there. And then I multiplied the 3 and the 7 together and the 2 and the 1 together, right? Right? You with me? So to multiply the 2 with the 1, I'm not going to put them together because I don't multiply the two numbers in the same parentheses together. I'd have to put it over here. And so the 7 would have to go over here. The more we do, the more it'll make sense, okay?
Where'd you get 7?
Oh, you're cool, Jake.
I know.
They're the factors of 7. There's only 2, 1 and 7. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the correct order that I've come up with. Let's check ourselves real quick. If I FOIL this back together, do I really get here? First, 6x squared. Outside plus 2x, inside plus 21x. That really is 23. And then last, plus 7. This is the correct pairing, and I'm done. Okay? Let's try another one. Let me see if there's, I want to stick with just positives till we kind of get the hang of it. Okay, here's another one. All right, so let's try 6x squared plus 29x plus 30. They won't always start with 6, but these just happen to. All right, so again, I'm going to try and come up with my two binomials. I'm going to start by writing all the factors in a t for 6. We already have them from above. It was either 1 and 6 or 2 and 3. Now, this one's going to be tougher because 30 has more factors. Give me all the numbers that multiply together to get you 30. 1 and 30. Does 2 go in? 2 and 15. 3 and 10. 4 doesn't go in. 5 and... Once you get 2 in a row, you know that you're done, right? Don't do 6 and 5. You already have that pair, right? So there's all the factor pairs. Everything's positive right now, so we don't have to worry about sign. So you want one of these pairs of numbers with one of these pairs, and you're trying to get to 29. So see if you can figure out a way. Oop, I found it. So you're going to multiply one of these numbers with one of these. Bella, you think you have it?
Yeah, we could do 2 and 3, and then 1 and 30, but like a negative, wait, no, actually.
Well, everything's positive here. So we're not going to deal with any negatives right now. So everybody's positive. So I'm not going to be subtracting anybody. What'd you say? 2 and 3 with the 5 and 6. How would you get to 29? Yeah, that gets you to 28, but not 29. You can take either number here and multiply it with either. Yep. Sorry, it's just you have to stick within a pair. So you can't take a 2 and a 6, for example. It has to be either one of these two numbers with either of these. Yeah, you have to stick with pairs and pairs. Maddie? Yes. How can you get to 29 that way? 2 times 10 gets you to 20, and 3 times 3 gets you to 9.
So the 2 add up to be B.
Yes. So you're still trying to get some sum of the middle number, but you have to find the pairs that get you there. Okay? So, in this case, 2 times 10 gets me to 20. 3 times 3 is 9. Add those together, that gets me to 29. Now, let's see if we can figure out how to, now that we know these, you're almost done. You just had to put them in here the right way. These two have to be the first term in each set of parentheses. So, one's a 2x, one's a 3x. And then what did I have to multiply the 2 with? The 10, so that one has to go over here.
Wait, if you multiply the 2 with 10, wouldn't it go with the 10? 2?
No, because you never multiply these two together.
Oh, so they flip-flop.
Right. When you're doing FOIL, right, FOIL never tells us to multiply the 2 of them together that are in the parentheses. It's always one from each pair. Now, ladies, gentlemen, I urge you to check. First, 6x squared. Yep, got it. Outside plus 20, inside plus 9. Plus 20 plus 9, yep, that's plus 29. And then last plus 30. I know that's the right set. Again, so here the order matters, but you could swap your parentheses. So in other words, you could have 3x plus 10 here and 2x plus 3 here. That doesn't matter. But the 2x and the 3 have to be together, and the 3x and the 10 have to be together. Does that make sense? Kind of? Okay.